I'm Adva Salinger, a reporter with Devex Impact, here today with Leith Greenslade with the Office of the UN Special Envoy for Financing the Health Millennium Development Goals. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And so I wanted to start by talking to you a little bit about, what needs to be done yet in the years that we have before the MDGs expire to meet the health goals, especially as they relate to women.
So we only have 667 days left until the Millennium Development Goals expire. So we haven't got that much time left. And there's been fairly strong progress in some health areas like AIDS, malaria, water actually as well, which is very much related to health. But in women's health, we have a very, very long way to go. And that's really about maternal mortality, maternal deaths. We have 287,000 women still dying in childbirth every year. And for little girls under 5, it's a huge challenge. We just haven't brought child deaths down to the level they need to be to achieve the Millennium Development Goals. So we have a lot more work to do to close the gap between now and December 31st, 2015.
Yeah. And what specific steps do you think can be taken in that time to make more progress on the goals?
We need to be very focused on the countries where those deaths are concentrated. I think for a long time we tried to work everywhere. So we spread resources quite thinly across the globe. But what we've worked out now is we have these deaths, particularly women's deaths in childbirth and deaths of girls under 5 are very concentrated now in a handful of countries. In fact, there's 60% of deaths occur in just 6 countries. And they're the big population countries like India, Nigeria, Pakistan, China. We know exactly where they're occurring, so we need to really target resources to those areas. And we also know we have a lot of evidence now about what works, the interventions that save the most lives. So we need to match the geographies with the highest impact interventions, and that's the best strategy for closing the gap.
We had talked before about some really innovative ways that women are helping to sort of lead some of these changes in the health landscape in terms of private health care and businesses that are really social enterprises around health issues. Can you tell me a little bit about what the role of women is in this changing health landscape and how they can be at the forefront of developing some of the solutions?
I have this theory that when women do development work, sort of free of constraints, when they start with a clean slate, they do it quite differently to the way men might approach it. And a lot of women now, particularly younger women, when they graduate, instead of maybe joining a large UN agency or a large NGO, because their passion is healthcare or women's health or women's empowerment, they're starting their own enterprises. And the way they're doing this is fascinating to me because they're looking to make profits and do good at the same time. And in their mind, they think there must be a way. And I think that does relate to the way women think about impacting the world. There has to be a way to do good things and have people thrive and actually have a livelihood, make money. These things are not mutually exclusive. So yeah, there's a crop of young women who are leading their own social businesses. Jane Chen from Embrace Innovations, Elizabeth Scharf from She Innovates, Zubaida Bai from IGE. If you go online and look at some of the work that they're doing, they're having great impact on women's health. But they're also, that's their job. They're CEOs and founders of very small companies. Hopefully one day they'll be much larger companies. But yeah, it's a very exciting space and I think we'll see much more of it after 2015.